In this video, I'm going to talk about how MemberMouse integrates with email service providers. Now, MemberMouse integrates with some of the top email service providers, such as MailChimp, Aweber, iContact, GetResponse, etc. To demonstrate how MemberMouse integrates with email service providers, I've already configured my system to integrate with MailChimp. If you need help configuring your email service provider with MemberMouse, just go to the Need Help menu and click Support Center, and you'll be taken to our Support Center where you'll find step-by-step articles on how to integrate with all the email service providers that MemberMouse integrates with. Once you've connected your email service provider with MemberMouse, this is what you'll see on your screen. Now, the core of our integration with email service providers is that we will automatically add and remove members from lists on your email service provider based on their activities within your membership site. This makes it so that once you've integrated an email service provider with MemberMouse, you no longer have to manually worry about updating your mailing list. MemberMouse will automatically do it for you. First, I'm going to talk about the special list mappings. Currently, MemberMouse supports two special list types, prospect list and a cancellation list. Now, a prospect list is a mailing list that contains email addresses of people who are not members within your membership site. For example, if you have an opt-in box on your landing page where somebody can enter in their email address, that simply adds them to an autoresponder or a newsletter list but has nothing to do with your membership site, this could be considered a prospect list. There are people that are in some sort of pre-sales funnel and have not purchased something from you yet or signed up for a membership. Now, in the mailing list column, I'm going to select this drop down, and what you'll notice is that all of the mailing lists that you set up on your email service provider will automatically be populated in this drop down. So currently in MailChimp, I've defined 5 lists: free members, bronze members, silver members, canceled members, and prospects. So I'm going to select prospects, as this is a list I'm using in MailChimp to store my prospect emails. Now, in doing this, if any of those prospects sign up for a membership at some point in the future, since you've informed MemberMouse of where the prospect list is, MemberMouse will automatically remove them from that list once they've signed up as a member. The second type of list is a cancellation list. So again, if I select this drop down and identify the mailing list in your email service provider that you want to use to store canceled members, in this case it's the canceled members list, and select that. Now, what this does is it informs MemberMouse that when a member cancels, you want to add them to a special cancellation list in your email service provider. By doing so, you'll have all of your canceled members in one place, so that if you want to re-engage them in the future, you can do that easily and in a targeted way. Now, before I move on to membership level mappings, I'll just note that all these mappings are optional. You don't have to specify a prospect list if you don't want to. You don't have to specify a cancellation list either. And you also don't have to have a mailing list associated with all of your membership levels. It all depends on what you deem useful for your business. Now, membership level mappings is all about indicating to MemberMouse which mailing list on your email service provider should store the email addresses for members who have subscribed to a particular membership level. So for bronze membership, in my case, I have a mailing list called Bronze Members. For free membership, I have a mailing list called Free Members. And for silver membership, I have a mailing list called Silver Members. Now I'm going to go ahead and save this configuration. So now that we've let MemberMouse know the mapping between our membership levels on MemberMouse and our mailing lists on our email service provider, MemberMouse will automatically keep the mailing lists in sync based on member activity in your membership site. For example, if somebody signs up for a free membership, MemberMouse will automatically add them to the mailing list Free Members. Now, say 2 weeks from now, that member decides they want to move to a paid membership, for example, the bronze membership. As soon as they do that, based on this configuration, MemberMouse will automatically remove their email address from the Free Members mailing list and add it to the Bronze Members mailing list. And again, in the future, if they upgrade their membership to Silver membership, MemberMouse will automatically remove their email address from the Bronze Members mailing list and add it to the Silver Members mailing list. And then also keep in mind, if they ever cancel, according to this configuration, MemberMouse will automatically remove their email address from the Silver Members list and move it to the Canceled Members list. This ensures that your mailing lists on your email service provider are always in sync with the membership levels that members have in your membership site. Now, MemberMouse also does something in addition to this. We also pass information to the email service provider about what bundles have been applied to a member's account. This doesn't require any configuration on your part and is done automatically. But the benefit of this is that every email that's on the mailing list on your email service provider will also be marked with the bundles that are associated with that member's account on the membership site. so that if you want to send a targeted mailing to only those members who haven't purchased a particular bundle, you have the information available to you in the email service provider in order to do that. Now let's talk about this export column over here. Once you've configured an email integration in MemberMouse, MemberMouse will automatically take care of everything going forward. But say your site has been running for a couple of months prior to doing this configuration, or you're using a new email service provider than you were before. In these cases, you're going to need to manually import all of the existing members into the email service provider. If you need to do this, we have some support articles in our support center that walk you through step by step on how to do the import process for each of the service providers that we integrate with. And one of the things you need in order to do that is a CSV file that contains the email addresses for each membership level. And that's where the export button comes in. To get a list of all of the current members that have the bronze membership, you just click this button under export, and it will generate a CSV file for you that has all the information you need to import into your email service provider. Let's just click OK to download. Now I want to make a note here that typically MemberMouse is integrating with an email service provider through an API that they've made public. And I'll also note that all email service providers do not behave the same way in handling requests to move people from list to list or add people to different lists. These become important factors in deciding which email service provider you go with. If you could go with anybody, we highly recommend MailChimp. MailChimp has a very powerful and fast API, and you can get started with them for free. Also, the way that they respond to requests to add, remove, and move people between mailing lists is seamless and doesn't require the member to get involved, as opposed to, say, a provider like Aweber, who has a double opt-in process, so that even if a member has already agreed that they want to be put on a list, if that member then upgrades their membership level in the future, MemberMouse will attempt to move that member to another mailing list in Aweber through the Aweber API. But Aweber in this case enforces another double opt-in, sending another email to the member asking them to confirm they want to be moved to another list. It's really just important to understand these distinctions between the email service providers, because in the cases of the double opt-in, if the member doesn't get the confirmation email or they choose not to confirm it, you can't ensure that a member was added to a mailing list within your email service provider.